I miss Dad. I miss him. And death sucks. I'd use stronger language, but I don't want to lose my job. Death sucks. I remember the moment I got the call. We were driving over to Bend. It was a blizzard on top, and we were just getting over to Sisters, and I noticed I had a call from Uncle James saying, "Call." We pulled into Sisters. I knew what he was going to say, and so he said, "I'm sorry to tell you this, but your dad has passed." I remember that moment. I remember it was cold, and snow was falling, and the world was empty. It had changed, and Dad wasn't in it. And I miss him. And I have the question, is this the end of my story with Dad? Because death means that I'm not with him anymore. We don't have him. I can't call him. I can't talk to him. I can't get his advice. Can't hear his laugh. So I'm grieving. Death sucks and I hate it. And it's okay to grieve. It's good to grieve, in fact. It's like a poison that's got to come out. And so I've shed tears today. But I'm saying that I'm grieving because I want you to understand that I'm not in denial when I say that I have equal parts joy today as well as grief. Amen. And that's what I want to talk about. Even though I am grieving today, it's not just grief today. It's joy. It's happiness. In this moment. And my happiness is not fundamentally because I got time with him at the end, as grateful as I am about that. It's not that I got one last work day with him in October, as grateful as I am with that. It's not fundamentally that he was an amazing dad, which he was, as grateful as I am about that. It's that this is not the end of my story with my dad. It's not the end. It's not over. I remember the last time I saw him, I said, "I love you, Dad." And he did the thing that he does with his hand. "See you later. See you later, son." And see you later. I'm happy because death is defeated. And he and I share in this victory together. So it's not the end of my separation with him. It's not the end. And God has promised that there's coming a day with no more tears, no more sadness, no more mourning. You can read that in Revelation 21. That there's coming a day of no more mourning. If there's no more mourning, what is there? It's a party. If there's no more crying, what is there? There's laughter. This is what he's promised us. Is an eternity of every single moment better than the last, of ever deepening joy and happiness, having a great time with God and each other. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what God's promised, and it's not the end of my story with Dad. Because death is defeated. And the best part is I get to be with him forever. It's not just a one-time thing. It's, where it's beat for a little while. No, it's permanent. And why? Because Jesus is not dead. Amen. Physical death reminds us that something's wrong with the world. We all know that in this moment, don't we? That something's wrong here. That a relationship is not supposed to end. Our heart is not built for that brokenness. it tells us there's something wrong. And what's wrong is we've died to God. That because of our bad actions, we've been separated from Him. And it's what's wrong with everything in the world. But just like I want my dad back, just like we want to see him again, and all of our loved ones that we've missed, God wanted us back. So He sent Jesus to get us back. And that's why I have hope today. I have hope because as much as I grieve the loss of my father, which I do, I have waves of it all the time. But it's mixed with joy. Because Jesus, having paid the consequences of my sin and my dad's sin on the cross, He rose again from the grave 3 days later. And if this is a court of law, it is provable. It is beyond a reasonable doubt. Which makes this moment completely different. This is what Christianity is about. I know we've been told it's about morals. It is not about morals. It's not about politics. It's not about rule keeping. It's about restoring relationship. This moment. God wants to fix this moment. And He did it through Jesus. I don't know exactly when Dad accepted Christ, but I know he did. I remember there was a moment near the end where he was talking about Jesus to me, and I asked him, "Are you all right with him?" He goes, "Oh yeah. He's overlooked a few things." That's Dad. So I'm going to see him again. See, for me, this day could be a day of just grief, but it isn't. It could be a day of attempts to comfort myself with memories, and that's good, but I want better. I want Him. And one day I'll have Him back. He's just like on vacation, and I can't talk to Him right now. He's on a cruise. No cell reception. Long cruise. But that's what it is. It's what it is. And one day, I'll join the cruise. And it'll be a great day. And he didn't get it because he was a good guy. As good as my dad was a good man. Good man. He didn't lie. He didn't steal. He didn't cheat. He was kind. But that's not what earned his victory. He just said, "I need you, Jesus," and took the gift. That's it. Simple as that. And everyone who does the same thing will be with us too. And so this is a day of grief, but it's a day of victory too. Because I'm convinced 3 weeks ago, when my dad took his last breath, he instantly was with Jesus. And he's having a good time. He's having a good time. And one day I'll get with him. And so I just want to encourage you today to know the same joy I have. If you're a Christian today, do not let this just be a day of grief. Believe the gospel. Believe it. It's true. Yes, death sucks, and I hate it, and I miss my dad. But because Jesus is risen, I will see him again. There's hope. Hope. And peace can be found, and joy can be experienced even right now. So let's not grieve as if there's no hope. Father, thank you for my dad's faith. Thank you for that. Take good care of him until I see him again.